Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome as we are now set for the public weigh-ins for tomorrow night's Bellator 215 live on Paramount Network. The kickoff of a double-header weekend here at our East Coast home, Mohegan Sun and Mohegan Sun Arena. Tomorrow night and Saturday night's fights are all sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Professional or Athletic Regulation. Chairman is James Gessner, Tribal Chief Lynn Malerba supervising the weigh-ins, and tomorrow night and Saturday night's action, Mr. Mike Mazzulli. I'm cage announcer Michael Williams, joined as always by Lindsay and Mercedes, taking care of their social media obligations. Here we are. We welcome you. If you're walking back and forth through the casino, stop for a few moments. We'll get the fighters on the scale right now for tomorrow night's Bellator 215 live on Paramount Network. A quick footnote, tomorrow afternoon, 12:30 Eastern Time, will be the weigh-ins on stage here for Saturday night's Bellator 216 live on DAZN. First, Paramount Network tomorrow night, live and free. Your first fighters on the prelim. We'll get them on the scales now. You can also catch those prelim fights live on the Bellator MMA Global app. First up on the scale will be middleweights. It will be J. Mark against McCrohan. First up on the scale will be the fighter out of the blue corner, making his professional MMA debut. Please welcome J. Mark. $187.75 pounds. 187.75 pounds for J. Mark. Fighting out of New York. And now his opponent fighting out of the red corner from Berkeley, Mass. At a professional record 3-2, please welcome Pat McCrohan. $184.75, 184.75 pounds for McCrohan. First up, prelim card, middleweight, set for 3 5-minute rounds. Again, catch the action on the Bellator MMA Global app. You can also catch the prelim stream live on DAZN. Kicking it off tomorrow night here at Mohegan. First up on the prelims, next up, it'll be at 105 pounds, set for 3 3-minute rounds. First up, the blue corner. Please welcome Lindsay Van Zant. Quick double check, of course, 3 5-minute rounds. 3 5-minute rounds set, 105 pounds. At 4-1 as a professional. Lindsay weighs in officially 105, 105 pounds even. And now her opponent from Brighton, Michigan at 3-0 as a professional. She's undefeated early on. Please welcome Tabitha Batgirl Watkins. $106 even, 106 pounds even for Watkins. Both fighters making their Bellator debuts. Van Zant in the blue corner, Watkins, red corner. Set for 3 5-minute rounds at 105 pounds. And next up, featherweights. First up out of the blue corner from Hubbard, Oregon, returning to the Bellator cage. Please welcome Amanda, the Lady Killer, Bell. At 5-5 as a professional. 145.5 pounds. 145.5 pounds for Bell. And now her opponent from Hayward, California, 3-2 as a professional. Please welcome Amber Leibrock. 145 for Libra. Up next, it'll be heavyweights on the prelim card for tomorrow night's Bellator MMA. Making his professional debut, please welcome Darian Abbey. Fighting out of one of the best Midwestern cities you've never heard of, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. My hometown, by the way. 264 pounds even for Abbey. And now next up, fighting out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the undefeated professional at 5-0. Please welcome Steve Mowry. $246.5, $246.5. Up next, featherweights, set for 3 5-minute rounds. First up, blue corner, the Renegade, Jason Rhine. Fredericksville, Ohio. Making his Bellator debut, weighing in 141, 104. Next up, it'll be, again, featherweight division first fighter, blue corner at 1-0 as a professional. Please welcome Ali Anabolic Arab Zabian. $146 officially, $146 officially. And now his opponent as a professional early on, he's 3-0, fighting out of Portland, Maine. Please welcome Matt Probin. $145 3/4 pounds. 145 3/4 pounds for Probin. And now next up, it'll be 125-pound contest, 3 5-minute rounds out of New York, Ron Leon. .126, 126 pounds even. Out of the red corner, originally from Uzbekistan, now fighting out of New York, 1-1 as a professional. Please welcome Zaruk the Lion Adashev. .125, 125 pounds. And your final prelim card, welterweight, set for 3 5-minute rounds, fighting out of the blue corner, making his professional debut. Please welcome Ryan Hardy Boy, Hardy Evans. From Gordon Heights, New York. 169.5 pounds for the welterweight, 169.5. And now his opponent at 1-0 as a professional, fighting out of Groton, Connecticut. Please welcome Billy Ray Goff. .168 pounds. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. 168 pounds even. All right, so there's the prelim card. You can catch all the action, Bellator MMA Global app, or live on the stream for DAZN tomorrow night for the prelims. And now we go to the live TV card, seen tomorrow night from Mohegan Sun on Paramount Network. 9 p.m. Eastern, your start time here in the U.S. We'll kick it off, a 5-fight card. It wraps up with the main event in a heavyweight division. But first, we'll kick it off. First TV fight will be at 175 pounds. The two fighters will be Jones and Vandervoort. First up on the scale will be the fighter, Cody Jones. Making his Bellator debut, 6-2 as a professional, fighting out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 174, the official weight, 174 for Jones. And now his opponent making his Bellator debut at 6-0 as a professional. Please welcome Austin, AK-47 Vandervoort. By way of Alaska, fighting out of Portland, Oregon. At 6-0, 2 knockouts, 2 submissions to his credit. His last 3 victories, all finishes, and now his official weight, 174 1/4, 174 1/4 pounds. And next up, it'll be bantamweights on the main card, your second televised fight. 3 5-minute rounds. First up, blue corner from Narragansett, Rhode Island, John Duma. Making his Bellator debut, 3-1 as a professional. Finished all of his victories, 2 by knockout, 1 by submission. Official weight, 136 pounds, 136. Now his opponent from Waterbury, Connecticut. Returning to the Bellator cage, he's 2-0, 2 knockouts to his credit, Mike the Savage Kimball. In his last outing inside the Bellator cage, a 6-second, 1-punch knockout tied the Bellator record for the fastest KO finish inside the Bellator cage. He returns tomorrow night, official weight now. 136, 136 pounds even. And next up, we'll stick with the bantamweight division. Out of the blue corner, returning to the Bellator cage for his second fight with us here at Bellator. Please welcome from Hilo, Hawaii, this is Toby Too Quick Misek. As a professional, 11 victories against 6 defeats, 7 knockouts to his credit. Official weight, 135.5, 135.5 pounds for Misek. And now we welcome back to the Bellator cage the 2-time former Bellator bantamweight world champion. Please welcome Dudu Eduardo Dantas. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, 20 victories against 6 defeats. He's got 10 finishes, 4 by knockout, 6 by way of submission, 135.5 officially, 135.5 pounds. Next up, it'll be the co-main event tomorrow night live on Paramount Network. It'll be welterweights. First up, returning to the Bellator cage by way of Romania, fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, 18-9 as a professional. Please welcome Ion, the Romanian bomber, Pascu. Fighting out of the city will be 1 week from Saturday night, Dublin, Ireland. 10 knockouts, 3 submissions to his credit officially. 170.25 pounds, 170.25 pounds on the scale. And now making his way to the scale, the undefeated welterweight at 9-0 with 7 knockouts. To his credit from Webster, South Dakota, please welcome Logan Storley. $169.25 pounds, 169.25 pounds. And tomorrow night live on Paramount Network, the clash of heavyweights set for 3 5-minute rounds or less. First up, out of the blue corner, returning to the Bellator cage, 29-7 with 27 finishes. Please welcome Sergei Kharitonov. Fighting out of Moscow. 23 of those stoppages in the very first round. Inside the Bellator cage, 2-1. His official weight, 265. The heavyweight limit on the mark, 265. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, at 13-6 as a professional, 11 knockouts to his credit, fresh off the Heavyweight World Grand Prix. Please welcome Matt Mitrione. Fighting out of West Lafayette, Indiana, originally from Springfield, Illinois. $258 and 1/4 pounds. 258 and 1/4 pounds. And we thank you for joining us for the official weigh-ins here. If you were live or watching us on the stream, hey, quick footnote for tomorrow, 12:30 weigh-ins, 12:30 Eastern Time weigh-ins for Saturday nights, Bellator 216. That's the next thing up for us here at Mohegan Sun. After that, tomorrow night, doors open early for the prelims, of course, but live on Paramount Network, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Bellator MMA kicks off a double-header weekend. We'll see you tomorrow night live, 9 p.m. Eastern, on Paramount Network.